so we're back with another episode. Um, so this episode, on the last episode, if you did not get a chance to see it, we talked about us, how we started dating, how we met each other, what we liked about each other, what we didn't like about each other.
We didn't talk about that.
Oh, we didn't?
No.
Sorry.
We did not talk about what we like about each other and we don't.
Oh, we talked about each other's pet peeves.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But this episode, we're going to talk about social media in relationships in regards to as far as posting on social media about your relationship, as far as anything, social media in the relationship, like I don't know, just everything about social media in the relationship. So
yeah, we're going to be very open with our dialogue. Our feelings are not in this conversation. So we are going to still walk away married and in love, right?
Yeah.
Because we talk about this. We've talked about it quite a few times because we have different approaches to social media as it pertains to our relationship. So why don't you talk about your approach or lack of approach?
Okay, so to be very honest, I am really not a fan of social media. Social media is just, it's a lot. You got to be so tedious to be on there. And then you run into people who are just real cool about social media. And then you run into those people who are very sensitive that are on social media. So you have to kind of watch what you say. And then at the same time, I also work at a church. So I really have to monitor what I put on social media all of the time. So so when it came down to my relationships, I was never that guy to put, pictures up of who I was dating, who I was talking to. It was all very private to me. I didn't feel like everybody on social media needed to know because everybody on social media is not your real friend. So I just didn't feel the need to publicize my relationships, any of my relationships, via social media. I mean, I may have posted a picture here and there, but my relationship was private, and it is private. It always has been and always will be to me. So most of the time, if you do see me post something about social media, it's because
if we see you post something about me,
right? It's mainly because of her.
You're forced?
I wouldn't say forced. I would just say I don't want to have to deal with the conversations later on about why I didn't post about it.
Our feelings are outside of this conversation.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
No, I'm talking about me. Talk about me.
Nah, I mean, not to be, this secretive guy. Like, nah, I just want everything to kind of be personal because, I just don't want other people's opinions in my relationship. And that's just how I view all of my relationships. Yeah. Well, how about you?
Well, I'm the opposite from him. I think it's my opinion that people post things that are important to them.
Yeah.
That they agree with, that there's some type of truth to. Like, people post things that mean something to them, whether it be positive or negative. And so when Brandon and I got together, I noticed, I had never seen him post about a female or anything like that. But when we had the conversation about, okay, so how are we going to behave on social media or what are we going to do? He was like, oh, well, I'm private and I don't like posting my personal business, And I'm like, okay, cool. That was fine if that's what your motive is.
It wasn't fine, yeah.
It wasn't fine because he said that he's a private person and that his social media was business only. But if you follow my husband, you will see, here's a little dog, you will see that he posts things about everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of work. Yes, it is. But he posts, things that are funny. He posts happy birthdays to his friends and I love my mama posts and all these things that he says is private that he'll put on there. But he will not say or post anything about me. And I think was it last year? You didn't post anything? No, this last year. He didn't even say anything to, like, he didn't shout me out on my birthday, nothing. But all his homegirls,
well, for one,
happy birthday, love you, da, da, da. I'm like, but you can't say happy birthday.
Well, for one, last year, there was a bit of an exception. I stayed off of my phone, or I felt like I stayed off of my phone because on her actual birthday, I was actually out working. However...
No, babe, that's not last year. That was the year before.
Then what happened last year?
We went on a cruise.
Right.
So what you mean you were... Oh, you were... Okay. Sorry, go ahead. You were working, and I met you in LA. Is that... Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was out working in California. I was in Oakland, but she was in LA working. Or I think...
No, I went to LA.
I think I flew her out to LA because I was going to meet her in LA after my show in Oakland. So I flew to LA, and I met her in LA. And the next day, we were going on a cruise, but I had a whole dinner plan and all of this stuff. We went to the aquarium in LA.
We had a nice dinner at an Italian restaurant.
And I stayed off of my phone that night. That's what happened. And we after that we were on a 3-day cruise or 3 or 4 day cruise. After that.
Okay, first of all, on my birthday,
I had a show. I was gone.
So you couldn't have found any time to just say shout out happy birthday?
I was getting ready for a show that day.
No, the whole day.
I didn't even post that day. I didn't post that day.
You know why you didn't post that day?
Why?
Because you didn't want to post my birthday.
You so
and
petty.
You wanted to be able to make sure that when we had this conversation, you can use
Who
that.
knew we was getting ready to have this conversation?
You can use that. I didn't post all day.
I did the girl petty, man. That girl is petty.
So the thing is, yeah, I just feel like when something is important to you, you post it. And it's not necessarily about putting your personal business out there. It's just because, and the thing I told him in one of our conversations is that when you don't post your significant other, I don't know how men think, but in females' minds, it's not that serious. So if she can't be on your profile, it ain't that serious. It's how a lot of women view it. And so when they scrolling through his little profile, they're like, oh, well, I heard that he might be in a relationship, but I don't see her, so it can't be that serious because he won't show her.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. I guess from my perspective, it wasn't that. I just think for me, I was just kind of like, well, I'm not really trying to post my relationship period. So, I mean, if you know me, you know that I love my mama. So I'm gonna post my picture. I'm gonna post my mama's pictures. And even if you look at my page now, like a lot of that stuff is a lot of music stuff. Like it's geared towards music. Like you'll see a post every now and then about, my mom and maybe even about Jessica or my sister or a few close friends. But other than that, it's pretty much music driven. That's how I run my page. So it's no slight to her or anything like that. But that's just never been my thing. Never.
When we first started dating, it felt like it was a slight to me. It did.
But now she understands, I guess. Do you understand now? Like, how do you feel about it now? Like, do you still feel like it's an issue?
I don't think I would say that it's an issue because you post me now. But I don't know. I still feel like it bothers you when you do. So
it does, because I'm just kind of like, I really don't feel like
I'm just posting it so I don't have to hear her mouth.
I mean, basically, it's. I mean, like, not that I don't want to post, but it's just like I don't. Like maybe some guys out there can understand, or even maybe some females that understand. Like it's not like I don't want to post type thing. It's just like I just don't feel like I have to post my relationship on social media for it to feel some type of way. Like if you have to put your relationship on social media to just feel like you are loved in a relationship, then I feel like your relationship is a lie. That's just me. I could be wrong though.
I don't feel like I need you to post me to validate me. It's just I know how women think because I'm a woman, and it's.
So let me ask this out there for all the women out there. Do you feel as though oh man, I forgot what I was about to ask. Do you feel as though your husband
or boyfriend
or your significant other, whatever, has to post you to feel validated? And if not, then
I don't think it's about validation.
What do you think it's about?
I don't know. I don't know if validation is the right word. It's a strong word.
You just want people to feel like you're in a relationship and you're taken, so there's no need. Everybody else
it's
just need
like,
to fall
why
back.
Is it? Yeah, like why hide it? Like why? Or some men like they just I got me a bad one. I love this girl. She means the world to me, and I just want everybody to know. And guys do that all the time.
Some guys.
Not my guy.
Not all the time.
He flies me out to LA and takes me on cruises instead.
I mean, what you want? You want social media or you just want to chill out?
No, I agree. I mean, I think it would be a completely different story if you weren't posting me publicly and you weren't, loving me in private either. Like that's a whole different story.
I just feel like if you're always on social media, posting on social media, that's your life. Yeah. And I don't want my life to just be about posting on social media because you can get a totally different vibe. Like you were just saying, you can get a totally different vibe off social media. Like if I was posting you all the time, but then our relationship was like crap. Once we turned the camera off, then what good was it to post on social media only to take it down 2 years later, or your whole story change 2 years later and be like, well, it didn't work out. She left, I cheated, blah, 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 blah. Like now you gotta tell social media the whole story because they are all caught up in your love story that you done posted. So even avoiding all of that, future embarrassment or whatever, you can go ahead and kill all of that by just not posting. And that's a lot of multitasking too, to just kind of try to keep up with social media's demands, because social media's demands are very high. Mm-hmm. Like you gotta constantly be on it in order for it to be, relative. Like if you're just posting just to post, cool. But if you're posting to get more followers, to get, people involved in whatever you're doing, then it makes you have to constantly be on social media. And I'm not trying to constantly be on social media. Like I just want to be able to post my music video at the beginning of the day, and going about my day, edit the rest for next week or another day or for another post, and then I'm good. That's just that's my thing on social media. Like I don't really try to dwell on social media that much. Like she likes to post food that she cooks and different pictures and stuff like that. Like even the thank you video that we all posted, I posted it a couple days after she did. And it was just
want people to see it.
First of all, I shared the video, so let's just get that squared away. I shared the video first.
Let's be clear, you created the video.
So, I'm already looking at it. I looked at it 50 million times before she has even seen it or posted it or anything like that. I've edited it. I've done everything to it. So y'all work with me as I'm learning how to edit these videos and get the color and scheming right and all of that. So sorry, y'all, if it looks bad or if it sounds terrible.
We're working on it.
It's first season now. First season.
Good though. But I think I definitely, when we first had the conversation, respected you for your position of I don't post.
And that was the other thing. Like even in the past before her, there were no pictures of anybody else. I just did not post, and I was in a few relationships before her, and I just didn't post. Like people knew. If you really knew, if you knew me, you knew, but nobody really knew me because I was in the house too. So
Anyway, like I said, I respected your position, but when he started, you know, it wasn't just a business page, and he was posting like everything else, and you know, shouting out other people, and it was just like, why can't you do that for me? I think that's what my thing was. If it was going to be, you know, truly a business page, then it should have been a business page.
I agree. So I started scaling back on posting other things that kind of led my page to kind of be the music page that was supposed to be. So I haven't completely stopped, but I think this year I've done a lot better. It kind of broke my heart, but I didn't post my mom. I posted you.
Why? You didn't post your mom when?
I didn't post my mom on my mom's birthday.
Why?
I didn't do a happy birthday shout out.
Why? Why you Why? See,
I didn't do one because I was trying to clean up my page. I wasn't trying to make it personal.
So
I wasn't
then
trying
why
to
did
make
you
my
do one
music
to
page
me?
personal. Because, well, I didn't really get a lot for her birthday because we were trying to prepare for the wedding. So I figured the post would kind of make up for the stuff that I couldn't really get at the time. But she got some nice gifts for her birthday. A couple nice things.
You did. You did. I thought you were looking at me because, like, you the reason I didn't post my mama. Like, don't put that on me.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
I mean...
All right. Just so we're clear.
No. And this is just the same reason why I'm just not going to really post anything else. At this point, I'm married now, so I'm not really going to be posting anybody else. I can post my mom. Post my sister.
Post your mama and your sister all day long. That wasn't my point. I didn't say that for you not to post them.
I know
it was
that.
like if you love them, so you post them.
Right.
So why wouldn't you post me because you love me? But yeah.
No, I get your
not
point.
to stop posting the people you love.
No. I think at this point, just to kind of even smooth things out, and I just rather just call everybody, get them a gift, and keep it moving. I don't even put the whole social media post up anymore. Like, it was cool at one point, but I'll be very honest. I'm getting older. It's getting a little... It's getting a lot. I mean, I love everybody I post for every birthday. Like, I love them because the same people post me too. But I'll be very honest. Like I said in the beginning, I don't like social media. It's just a lot. It's a lot to maintain. It's a lot to maintain.
I think one thing that we've learned is that to cherish the moments more than anything.
Yeah.
Cherish those moments because social media, I mean, it's popular now. But like Brandon said, like when the camera goes off and you're not taking photos and y'all can't even sit in the same room or have a conversation or not argue, I mean, what really matters at the end of the day? So I told myself when the year he didn't post me for my birthday, I was like, but girl, you in LA, he flew you out here, he's prepared this wonderful day of surprises, and you're on a 3-day cruise. Like, come on, what's really, I mean, and I don't need social media to validate that. It was, for me, it was more so of the women, because I know how women are, and I know how my husband is. He's very nice. He doesn't think, if he feels this way about you, you don't feel the same way. So if he don't like you, you don't like him. And that's not how women operate. And we've had that conversation many times. So, but yeah. So I think we're good.
Yeah.
That was an easy conversation.
Okay. Yeah, social media and relationships.
Yeah, okay. Good job. We good?
Yeah, you good?
Yeah. You mad?
I'm good. Okay.
All right. Well, stay tuned for episode 3. I don't remember what we're talking about, but it's going to be lit.
We are talking about out of my shoes into yours.
Perspectives.
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it'll.
That's going to be interesting. It's kind of touching on conflict and communication, which is our 4th episode. However, it's going to be like a part 1, part 2 type series. So, yeah, y'all stay in tune. It's going to be fun.
All right. See y'all next time on our couch.